What's up, my beta bros? Maine-iac here with another Week 16 NFL game pick video. Now, we got some great games on the slate this week. Playoff seeding is finally being set up perfectly. Nobody's necessarily clinched their exact seeding yet, which is intense football for the last few weeks. We got some very important matchups, so listen closely. I'm going to try to see if I can list off their implications. Maybe not to an expert level degree, but at least somewhat. Yeah, the Colts at the Ravens. In this one, I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens. And the Ravens, I think, need to win out. If they win out, they should make the playoffs. So this game is very important for them. I don't think they fail. Next, you have the Packers visited by the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota Vikings still fighting for that number 1 seed. They're going to give it their all, and the Packers mailed it in, put Aaron Rodgers on IR. Probably just going to see what they have at other positions as well. Devontae Adams out, probably most likely after that vicious hit from the Panthers. I got to go Vikings this one. And you have Buccaneers at the Panthers. Buccaneers played well against the Falcons. But Matt Ryan ain't no Cam Newton. I have to go Panthers this one. They're looking I believe one win locks up a playoff seed. But they're still fighting for the NFC South here. So expect them to give it everything they have in this game. And then in a surprise upset, the Browns at the Bears. I'm picking the Browns in this one. I like the Bears defense. I believe they'll make the Browns struggle. But I think the Browns defense can make Mitch Trubisky struggle even more. I like Myles Garrett. I like DeShone Kizer get his first career win. Should be a good, interesting game between a bottom dweller. And the Browns should give it their all, because even a win here won't affect their number 1 overall draft pick. So expect a fight. Then you have the Lions at the Bengals. I struggled picking this one. I honestly wanted to pick the Lions here. But like I said in the Power Rankings video, if you want to go check that out, I said the Lions, when you pick them, they lose. When you pick them, they lose. When you pick against them, they win. There's just something about the Bengals playing at home, something about that defense against the Lions, against Matthew Stafford, and they want to play I believe they want to play spoiler as much as they can and have Marvin Lewis leave on a high note, so I'm picking the Bengals in this one. Then you have the Dolphins at the Chiefs. Dolphins are no match for the Chiefs. Just too much firepower on that offense for the Dolphins defense to stop. Also, the Chiefs are, I should say, if they win out, they should practically locked in the 4th seed, so they'd get at least one home playoff game. And then you have the Bills at the Patriots. It's a little bit of a revenge game for the late hit by Rob Gronkowski and Tre'Davious White. Tre'Davious White was said in a statement, the best way to get revenge is to beat him, which is very true, very mature thing for a rookie. Got to give him credit. A true Pro Bowl snub. He could have made the Pro Bowl as a rookie corner, but there's a lot of great corners in the league, especially in the AFC. But I'm picking the Patriots in this one. Gronkowski, if he's not targeted, should have a day against the Bills. If not, I'm looking for Dion Lewis to be heavily featured in this one, especially with the injury to Rex Burkhead. And then you have the Falcons at the Saints. Saints being one of the first teams, I believe, to have 2 running backs both voted to the Pro Bowl, which is insane. Falcons barely coming off a win against the Bucs. I don't think they can do it against the loaded Saints offense, and I believe the Saints defense is just enough to get them to victory. It's probably going to be around a 35-31 game, somewhere around there. And they have the Chargers Jets. Jets barely survived the ass whooping by the Saints. They somehow hung on, but I don't think it's going to be the same against the Chargers and their pass rush. I think Phillip Rivers has a rebound game, trying desperately to get his team into the playoffs, and that can be some scary motivation. Speaking of motivation, you have the Rams, who want to prove to themselves, and they want that first round bye. So you know they're going to do everything they can to crush the Titans, and I think the Titans' grip on their wild card seed is slipping away week by week. And so I'm picking the Rams there. Then you have the Broncos at the Redskins. Picking the Broncos here. Something about the defense against Kirk Cousins. I like that matchup. No playoff implications here, but still a good game. Then you have the Jaguars 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo is on a roll, coming against the best defense in the league, bar none. Probably not even close. Actually, it's probably close, but probably not as close as most would think. It's probably like a 1 and a 3. Like, number 2 is probably 3 compared to number 1. Can he upset the Jaguars and ruin their hopes at a first-round bye? Good matchup. Jaguars need this win. If they get a win and a couple things go their way, they could have the 1 seed in the AFC, so they're going to be fighting for this one as hard as they can. Then you have the Giants Cardinals, yet another game with no real playoff implications here. But this game does have implications for the draft. I'm not saying the Giants are going to mail it in, but the Giants are probably going to want as high of a pick as they can get. And the Cardinals, I do think, are a really talented defense, and I think they have too much pride to lay it down. Advantage, probably Cardinals here. Then you have the Seahawks, Cowboys, Ezekiel Elliott making his return, and after seeing what Todd Gurley can do against the Seahawks, I gotta pick the Cowboys here. The Seahawks' grip on that wild card spot is loosening. They might still make it, but it's gonna be interesting to see. This could probably come down to week 17. Then you have the Steelers at the Texans. Steelers barely hanging on to the number 2 seed. If the Patriots lose and the Steelers win, they're obviously back in the 1 seed, but the Steelers lose and the Jaguars win, the Steelers drop down to the 3 seed, which either way they should be fine. No, Antonio Brown is a concern, but everyone knows about the Texans and how badly they just got their butts beat. So I gotta go Steelers here. Juju Smith-Schuster is gonna be a good replacement. Martavis Bryant should play solid, and they still got they still got Bell, Ben, and Boswell. Sorry, I couldn't remember his name off the top of my head. Then you have the Raiders at the Eagles. Eagles are fighting for that number 1 seed. The Raiders stand probably no chance. They might pull off the upset, but I highly doubt it. It's going to be probably a bad game to watch. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know who you think is going to pull off the major upset, whether it be the 49ers over the Jaguars, the Texans over the Steelers, or the Raiders over the Eagles, or anything else like that. Let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll see you next week. Peace.